We were both working at a restaurant where the waiter sings. I never quite met someone that shared my sense of humor. And, you know, I can completely be myself around her.
He's not like any guy you meet these days. A lot of us even tease him while his friends say how he's just like Jimmy Stewart. He's very chivalrous, just romantic, and honest.
I remember going to Janine's apartment for the first time. I pulled the car up and I heard just this unbelievable racket. And I knew she had dogs. She had told me, we had talked about it. I love dogs, so it wasn't a big deal, but I remember she kind of peeked her head out and was like, hey, okay, hold on one second. You know, they're just like darting in and out. I went in and sort of let them get acquainted with me.
Once they saw that he was a good guy, they would sit with us and be fine. But as soon as Justin would try to give me a kiss or hold my hand, they would just attack him.
Marriage just made matters worse as the dog's bad behavior escalated.
You know, we've been married 6 months, and I figured Lucy and Betty's jealousy will pass because it's new. But our dogs are basically ruling the world here.
I gotta keep an eye on her, she's gonna bite me.
It's sad that we aren't able to get close.
Okay. We sort of just become resigned to sitting next to each other without really showing any affection. Yeah, cuddling is not really an option.
Oh, okay. Lucy?
That's mean face.
No.
Oh, now look who's my best friend. Lucy is an angel when Janine's not here. Hey, come here. And then Janine gets home and it all changes. Second Janine's around, I'm her worst enemy. She's extremely protective of Janine. She has bitten me, and I think she's bitten my dad one time, too. Hey, the more assertive it seems like I get, the more they combat that tension. And it just builds and builds and builds, and finally, you know what? Screw it. I'll go in that room, or, you know, good night.
We've had nights where we fight because of it, and then we'll sleep in separate bedrooms because we're just so frustrated. If I'm trying to say goodbye to him, I can't hear what he's trying to tell me.
To avoid the constant barking, we devised this little technique of I will text her so the dogs don't hear the keys rattling in the doorway. I'll just text and say, I'm home, so she can get up and come open the door instead of having me walk through. And it's even gotten to the point with the bedroom where if the dogs are in there and they're all watching TV in there, I gotta get the phone out now and text that I've arrived. How weird is that? I mean, that's so goofy. It's not like it's getting better, it's getting worse, if anything. It really can affect, it has affected, you know, just our relationship.
Definitely need your help, please.
Just want to fix him.
Yeah.
So far, the newlyweds have hit all the wrong notes with their canine companions. Cesar will have to compose a new melody if this family is going to make beautiful music together.
How can I help you guys?
Well...
Very nice together. That's a good sign.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, we're very calm, but our dogs are not.
They're not.
So we want to be able to sit like this, and we can't do that when they're in the room. They're in another room right now. Mm-hmm. If they were here, I couldn't be touching him like I am right now.
Very protective of her, especially.
You know,
give each other a goodnight kiss.
That puts tension on us. You know, it strains the marriage because we're not able to be affectionate with each other unless we put the dogs in their rooms.
Just to relax, just to sit here without looming in the back of my head, one of them's gonna
attack.
Lucy's gonna come. Yeah.
So you can't do honeymoon with them.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I mean, you already signed the paper, you gave the ring, but they still don't get the message, you know? That's why it's so important, you know, how you introduce, you know, him into the relationship. Obviously, didn't went too well.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's...
A lot of times, guys want to cater to the dogs in the house because they want to keep everything smooth.
Yeah.
You know
exactly.
I mean? You didn't talk from a primal point of view.
Right.
You talk from a modern point of view. Let's all be a dog's friend.
Yeah, they didn't relate with that. Yeah.
When you are a friend of a dog, you're part of the pack, not leading the pack. So here we need to make sure both of you guys are pack leaders who love their dogs.
Sounds like we're on the right path.
Yeah, no,
so
totally.
far for sure.
And right on time.
Yeah.
6 months into the marriage.
6 months, we're like, ah!
It was
If you're a guy who is about to enter in a relationship with a lady that already has dogs, to me it's about their relationship, the pack. How can you make the biggest impact in the pack? All right. An excited, neurotic type of bark. Hi, Lily, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Pleasure. This isn't short. This is exciting. We gotta address that one. All right. So, I am not showering, you know, my family dog with affection or attention.
Okay.
Right. I'm just seeing the dysfunction that is happening at that moment. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So, if I go and touch that energy or that state of mind, I'm going to be nurturing that mind.
No verbal greeting. No. Hey.
That's human greeting. Hey, how you doing, Cesar Millan?
Yeah,
nice to meet you, man.
Right.
Yeah, what kind of sport you like, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They're not into that conversation. That to them is excitement.
Okay.
Right.
Whatever you give, you get back. So if you don't have the respect from a dog, the dog is saying, well, they don't give me the respect, so how... She can smell me from there. She doesn't have to climb on me yet. I will allow the climbing experience. Right? I'm a very small mountain anyway. You are the Kilimanjaro. Right? And what I would like for you to do is to go to the couch, and I am going to be him.
Okay.
So I'm not going to go. Don't, yeah, you got to support.
This is amazing.
Okay, so see, we're not really focusing on her. Right. I mean, we're not focusing all the energy on her. She will be invited to the couch, but she have to stop pacing.
Okay, once she's calm.
Yes.
Okay.
This one is already calm. That's what she's allowed on the couch. Betty was not the instigator. Betty was the leader. The instigator was the other little girl, the Chihuahua, Lucy. If we found ourselves working with Betty more, it's because she needed us the most. And by us connecting with one member of the pack, she is our link to the rest.
I was waiting for him to get bit.
I was too.
I mean, I just kept thinking, that's a big trigger for Lucy.
I'm doing it for you.
I was going, oh my gosh, can you imagine if my dog bit Cesar right now?
I'm showing you my
I was so nervous.
But he obviously...
Yeah, and he knew that that wasn't gonna happen. And it was that he just had the energy about him that he was just like, this is fine.
So what she's saying is, look, I'm willing to wait for 3 minutes. I just don't know how to wait any longer.
Okay.
So then you say, no, can you wait a little longer? Waiting is good.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
Okay.
Remember what I did? They were already protecting her.
Right.
This is a pack already.
Yeah.
They're already in formation.
3 against 1 right now.
Yeah, pretty much. But see, she's not against you, you know, from a body-mind.
Right.
You know, emotionally, yes, because unconsciously, she's supporting this.
Yeah.
Right? That's why I went around.
Oh, okay.
Literally said, look, you come head on, we're going after you.
It's going to be a problem.
We don't care how big you are.
Yeah, that's right.
Look, she's already, she's doing this. Look.
Yeah, she's sizing me up.
Yeah.
What happened, Betty?
Yep. Look, there you go. That's a warning right there.
That's... She's eyeing me down. It's
yeah,
like...
totally. You are a target, not me. You are.
Yeah,
he's the husband, by the way. Remember, you're very smart.
What you doing now?
Right? No, you backed away.
Oh, yeah. My right foot went back.
Don't back away, it's right.
You move in. Look, see? They move away.
Yeah.
So you can say off and do the whole thing, but if
you're going back, yeah.
That's the conversation right there.
Right.
That's the message. Your job is to stop her before she gets too close. You can get a little closer.
Okay, I'm closer.
Yeah.
Wow, this is already great.
Nice. See, both of you in agreement. Yeah, it makes sense when you guys did it. See what I mean? 6 months of relationship versus 30 seconds.
30 seconds!
Exactly.
All right, so this is what I'm seeing from here. Look. You're pulling yourself back.
Okay.
Yeah. Come on, get the guy inside. That's better. Then relax.
Relax back.
This is one of the big ones that they tend to be obsessed with, so.
Betty and Lucy literally bite the hand that feeds them whenever Justin tries to enjoy a piece of cheese while lounging on the sofa.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I'm gonna start, I can't believe this.
Eat your cheese.
Got my hand halfway in her mouth at this point.
You don't have to say good boy, you good girl,
No.
or anything, or anything. Just enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
You're speaking from the heart. You're just connecting.
Right.
Right.
So what happened there? Because you got like.
Yeah, I think I subconsciously thought she was coming in from the backside to try to sneak it, but.
So what would you do? That's right. To the point, and then you go back. Ah, there you go.
It was empowering to me because I realized, okay, they're respectful now. They're seeing, okay, she's the boss, he's the boss, and whatever they say goes. This is amazing.
Cesar shows a newlywed couple how to curb their dog's possessiveness by body language alone.
Beautiful.
Our biggest thing when we are standing up and trying to hug,
No,
or
let's do it.
sing, like when we've tried to sing together.
All right, so you go after her. See? This one, no, this one. Don't worry about her. One thing that you guys didn't saw is when she came into the middle.
Yeah?
She was that's a warning. Okay. You guys are about to get into the ritual of getting close to each other.
Right.
So I'm about to tell you, don't do that. Now, you didn't listen to me, and then I gotta go to the next step.
See, yeah, we weren't even looking at her at that point.
Yeah.
We were already going to hug.
Now, move forward.
Oh, this is nice.
See, now you're telling her, look, come and look how beautiful love looks like.
Right.
The other one, as you saw, see, the other one, we're not paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nervous energy. That's
Okay.
a nervous state of mind. This is an excited energy.
So
Okay.
when hers is calm, hers will
Automatically.
I see. Okay.
Now, the other thing is when, if he's about to leave and I'm saying bye. I mean, I know it's the same
Go for
thing.
it.
Okay.
Go for it.
All right, bye, honey.
Go ahead. Follow through, all the way, all the way, all the way. See, you have to make sure she doesn't just stop. She goes all the way to relax.
Okay.
That's
And-
follow through.
And then we can say goodbye?
Yeah, then you can say, once she's in a calm, submissive state,
Yes.
you can go back and say goodbye. Do it again.
Okay. Bye, honey.
Bye-bye.
Love you.
Love you too. So the follow-through is
go
take
up.
her all the way down
All the
until
way.
she is calm and submissive, and then
Try
All the way
walking
to
out.
0.
all the way to 0.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
yeah, the
bye,
first
honey.
couple times we just kind of. All right. See you later.
There we go.
Oh, my God. Oh.
No.
It's amazing.
Now this is pacing. See, she did really good, but then
Until
she went to the door, and then she went to start pacing.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
No excitement and no pacing.
Okay.
I mean, that was the first time I've left this apartment, and for sure, since we've lived here without the barking.
Next, Lucy gets a relationship challenge.
Go for it. There you go. Down. No, down, down.
Down.
No.
Oh, hold her down.
Yeah, here. Here.
Oh, okay.
Here. Here.
Ah, okay.
I don't agree with that. That's
Okay.
what you're saying.
See, what I would do before is put her on the ground, but we don't
But
need
you're
to
not
do
dealing
that.
with the problem. You're just
not
numbing the problem.
Yeah.
This is honestly one of the biggest issues. I mean,
This is a huge issue for us.
getting near her when she's there. I mean, I'm able to pet her now. She's fine. I mean, it's unbelievable.
This is so cool.
Breathing plays a big role,
Yeah.
right? So when you came to the couch,
Yeah.
you were holding your breath.
Right. In
I
anticipation
was
of
too.
You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is the opposite of what they teach you
Yeah.
in opera.
That's
Yeah.
oh, absolutely.
It's all about the breathing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
In the stance.
That's it. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, any sort
You
of a
became
shallow-
bigger just by moving that way.
I mean, and look at her. She's just.
It's pretty amazing.
I've never seen her like
And
that.
she's right now in a listening stage. She is learning. So what you're seeing here is primal. They go outside the pack and observe. Okay, it's a new sheriff in town. That's it. So how can I join in?
Yeah.
Because I need the pack. I need the family.
Right.
You're in such a great state of mind. turn around, kiss yourself, go away. So let's make it happen in that state of mind.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Forget about the dogs. There we go. Do your thing. There you go. Don't forget to address it. Nice. Okay. Don't let it come into the intimate space. Nice. Beautiful. Look at that. See, the reason why I asked him to do it right now is because they were so into what they have learned. And so I want them to experience what it is, you know, and how it feels. Beautiful. You didn't finish. You actually did fantastic. Look, you came in.
Until I walk past her?
This is the follow through.
Okay.
That's the most important part.
So like when we go to sit down and
go
like,
ahead.
oh, we're doing it. We're doing it.
Go ahead.
All right, you wanna watch
Do not
her?
let any dog come into the space.
Okay.
All right? So that we're gonna practice that.
You wanna watch a movie? Nope. Get down.
Nice. Beautiful, beautiful. Now you can relax. Yeah, there you go. Nice. So what you're saying is, I'm claiming this spot for Broadway, and you're claiming that spot. So you're in charge of the couch.
I think the most important thing I learned today was making sure they respect and know where our personal space boundaries are.
I was thinking, there's probably gonna be a lot of stuff he's gonna show us. And I'm like, it's this one little thing. But it's been so hard because we didn't know how to do it. I mean, this is awesome. This is what I was dreaming of all these years, so thank you.
I was more surprised how harmonious they can be in front of the piano. So if they can transfer that harmony into the relationship with dogs, I think they're gonna have an amazing future.
Michael and I met where most people these days meet, on the internet. On the profile, there is an option to say their likes and dislikes, and we both checked off dogs.
In fact, she had some pictures of her dog, and I had some pictures of my dog. The minute we met, it was just a perfect match. We knew that, you know, there was going to be a future between the two of us.
Michael and I have been dating about 10.5 months now. We've been wanting to take our relationship to the next level.
I mean, we have something that's very special and very unique, and the biggest challenge we really have is bringing these two dogs together.
Frankie is a sweetheart of a dog. She's funny, she's talkative, not in the bark way, but the woo-woo way. She's got a personality to die for. You see Nana Papa?
Roxy, speak. Come on, speak. I had a cat for 21 years, and she passed away on my 40th birthday, and I decided that I wanted to try out a dog. I knew nothing about dogs. Did a little research for about 10, 15 minutes on the web, saw a picture of Roxy, and Roxy gave me a lick on the hand, and I was like, oh, it must be love. Down. Next thing I know, I was a dog owner. Over.
Our dogs have not been introduced yet. Michael had mentioned that Roxy was aggressive with dogs.
Roxy will see another dog coming. She'll get very aggressive, barking, lunging, pulling on the leash.
Roxy, calm down. Come on, calm down.
She once escaped out of the backyard over the fence, scratched up my car, jumped back over the fence into the house, and caused significant damage to a leased car.
Roxy.
Before Michael adopted her, 4 previous owners had returned Roxy to the animal shelter due to her aggressive behavior towards other dogs. Corey can't predict how her dog Frankie will react to other dogs.
There have been times when we've been on a walk, and there have been a dog walking by that she'll bark or lunge, not in a way to bite, but not in a friendly way.
And Frankie is a large dog. Frankie's larger than Roxy. So I don't know how that interaction will ultimately take place.
Hello? Hi, Mom.
Weekends have transformed into a logistical and emotional nightmare for Corey, forcing her to choose between time with her boyfriend or her dog.
See you in a few. Bye-bye. So, all right, I know I need my sneakers. Every weekend, I pack my bags and go on down to stay with Michael for the weekend. And for a girl to think about what they're gonna wear Saturday, Saturday night, Sunday, Sunday night, it's frustrating. Okay, here we go. I need to do like this, make sure it closes. Now, Frankie, it's your turn. Come Friday at the end of the week, I make arrangements for my dog to be looked after. Another breakfast? It's always packing up my dog's toys, my dog's leash, my dog's food. Saturday night, Sunday morning. Oh, it's Nana and Papa.
Thank you.
Thank you so much once again.
Corey has to find someone to take care of the dog. Corey's always having to find solutions for Frankie because I'm not dealing with an issue with Roxy.
My biggest fear is that the dogs don't get along, which would put a little wrench in plans.
I don't want to give up my dog. I would never ask her to give up Frankie. And if they don't work together, then we have to sit down and come up with an alternative solution. And I don't know what that would be.
When romantic baggage contains 4 paws and a tail, Cesar arrives with the hope of carefully unpacking whatever troubles he encounters.
I think this is her 4th home, and
For Michael or Roxy?
Different
places. Michael, you get pretty much.
So she comes with some baggage and some issues.
Okay, like what kind of baggage?
Same with me, too.
Okay.
What kind of baggage?
Good job,
You
Mike.
know, very dog aggressive. When she gets aggressive, I notice my energy levels. You know, I get nervous and I get tense and I immediately pull on the leash and then I pull her away. And then she did have an incident with the dog the first weekend I got her, which further exasperated the situation.
A big incident.
Big, wait, tell me
Big
about the
violent
big
incident.
My first big time walking around the neighborhood. Someone from the neighborhood had a Lhasa Apso and was walking towards me. And she said, you know, you got a new dog. Is it, you know, is it friendly? And I said, well, it seems that way. And everything seemed okay. So I kind of eased up on the leash. She eased up on her leash. And then she looked down and started screaming. And Roxy had the Lhasa Apso in its mouth and started shaking it. Come on. So, yeah, I'm grabbing the dog, trying to have it cough up the Lhasa Apso, which it did, but it caused serious medical bills. After that, I never wanted to introduce her again to dogs.
And I know that there's this saying, you never have a second chance to make a first impression. Well, we really wanted to make sure that the introduction was done right the first time, since there's only one time.
You know, most of the time it's human anticipating what they don't want.
Yeah.
Therefore, you're projecting it and creating it, you know.
Yeah.
Your reality and her reality don't match.
That's right.
They're going to get exactly how you feel.
So do they hold any kind of memory that do you feel they don't?
That's the beauty. They're not humans.
Okay. So they don't remember anything except
To me,
for
they're
the
more
present.
evolved than human.
Sure.
Because one thing that allows you to be evolved is to let go.
Yes.
Talk about learning how to forgive. They are the teachers.
Yeah, that's true.
But definitely, I would like to evaluate her with my pack and the RV. I have 3 dogs.
Okay.
I want to see the intensity, and then I tell you exactly where we are and what we need to do. And then you start seeing her moving on really fast.
Right.
Oh, she's ready. You know what
I
I mean?
love it.
If she could have dialed the phone, she could have called me a long time ago. Come on, dude, you gotta come here. It's 10 months, it's too long. Okay, we'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, America, our next German Shepherd. I like this. I like the way she's walking. Well, that's alert. That's very German Shepherd-like. alert. Get ready with this, right there. Stop her right away. See, I surprised her. She was not expecting that. Surprise number 2. She saw Junior, or she heard a dog. Very important to maintain this. To maintain this, you're good. This is 3-step back, so she's retrieving instead of moving forward. When I need this thing to be locked, it doesn't lock. I just want the smell too. You can read the body language. There you go. So she's now becoming, look, if I move here, look, see now I have targeted this part, right? Look, boom. Now I can touch with my hand and just redirect her. So now I found her weak point. So I can keep touching that part so her mind doesn't become stronger by past experiences. There you go, the whining, that's very good. She's not responding. I never seen her, misbehaving aggressive, but. Also, we're taking a cue from Junior. Look at the concern in the eyes. You can see the concern because somebody just told her not to behave aggressively. Nice. Good. Love it. Nice. A little bit of tension. You saw the tension? It was a little mild tension right there. A little bit of... It's an excitement going on. They want to meet, but it's some tension still. You can see it right there. Look at the expression right there in Junior. So there is still tension. Nice.
This close, Cesar?
Yeah. Look at the paws. The paws are wide open. So right now, she's just trying to stabilize herself in the floor. The RV is a little tilted. That's why it's actually helping us to actually stop the aggression. It's not the leash or me right now, it's just the floor. It's good to see how quick she can change just by changing the environment. Okay, Junior, let's go for a walk. This is a dog that actually was placed from 4 different homes, which is a sad reality because a lot of these dogs, after they've been placed 4 times, they feel that they need to euthanize them. So dogs like her would be euthanized if guys like Michael would not be able to give her a chance. Now, this slightly in front of me, that's a problem. When somebody like Michael that has no experience, that's his first dog, it can switch in a second to going to hunting, barking, lunging, aggression. So here, what I'm doing is just slowing her down. So this part right here has to end up right next to my leg. There you go, right there. Right, see the motion now? Now she's in a walking, traveling mode. This is what we want. We just want to give her a clear direction so she can enjoy the walk. I don't think Michael has enjoyed the walk since he adopted her. This is the beginning, this is the transition of a dog learning how to follow. This is good. She's doing it. So we know she can do it, now we have to make sure Michael can do it. Come on, Junior. Come on, Junior. Go. And the way in, they have to follow you too. Human first, and then dog follows. Okay. You know? So I brought Junior in first.
It was terrifying when Cesar brought in Junior and Roxy. I had never seen Roxy with another dog, let alone outside, but in the house. and my heart raced.
Just focus on the breathing.
Kind of tense just looking at this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're coming from a past experience,
yes.
and you're not really enjoying what's happening.
No, I'm not, and it's amazing what I'm seeing. I would never expect to have another dog in the house with Roxy. Cesar was calm, and his calmness not only imparted on my dog, but I felt it too. And I immediately was able to kind of step back, and that was an exciting feeling. It was something I never experienced before.
Right, so here's, look, my pace.
Yeah?
Dog right next to us. She's not sniffing the ground, she's not scattering around, she's not tracking around, she's not zigzagging, she's following.
She's following you, and you're not even paying attention to her.
I am.
Okay.
I'm not doing this, you know what I mean? But I'm paying attention to me.
Yeah, yeah.
I wanted Michael to tell us what feels different.
Everything. I'm amazed at what Cesar's doing. I mean, first off, I never expected Roxy to be walking with another dog, and let alone doing what I'm about to do now.
Don't think about it, just do it.
And I'm just doing it, and that's great. And I'm not thinking about that there's another dog behind my dog, which is somewhat terrifying.
He believes that to keep control, you have to see it.
The thing that was most surprising is the immediacy of the behavior change in Roxy.
The fact that she's not pulling, this is just, I don't know what to say. I'm speechless, and that usually doesn't happen with me.
You watch Cesar Millan on television, and you think, you know, there's some editing that happens, or maybe it's done over the course of who knows how long. But the fact that this happened so quickly, right in front of our eyes, was, to me, by far the most surprising thing today.
So that's what I correct.
It's just so weird. I have mixed emotions in a good way, but this is so new to me. Like, I'm processing it. I'm like, wow, this is different. You know, this Roxy's not supposed to be doing this when this is what she's supposed to be doing. I suddenly had a snapshot of what the future was. Roxy and myself and Corey and soon Frankie can work together as a pack. Walk back to the house?
That's it, you just have to walk back,
And I'm not looking at the past and not living in the past, but knowing that, you know what, I can change. And I can change that with Roxy.
By living in the present.
That was good. That's what we want. See how the tail is relaxed? That's good.
And he's in charge.
Yeah, he's in charge. You can see it.
Yeah.
Good job, Michael. Good boy. That's right, you did it. Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, we got to meet Michael and Roxy. Now we're gonna meet Corey and Frankie at their home. What I'm gonna do is just gonna get to evaluate what the state of mind of Frankie is. Come on. Doorbell. There you go. Oh, okay.
Hi, Cesar. How are you?
This is home, right?
This is home.
Now, why are you holding her like that?
I did not want her to rush you in case she would be impolite by sniffing you.
I want to see that.
Okay.
I want to see the impolite part of it. We want to see the impolite because we want to see how she reacts off the leash. That's a concern for me when somebody holds the dog back.
Hi, Cesar.
It's actually better.
How are you? You're right.
Good. The reason why I didn't want you to hold her back is because I want you to just control with presence. Now, is that typical? She's a little concerned about things.
She's a scaredy cat.
Okay, yeah.
She's always, always rubbing and pushing on me for security.
We have to be aware with a new dog coming in because if they see that, if we have no control over the new dog, they can go after that.
Yes. And one more background about my dog. She is very jealous / possessive.
Of who?
So other dogs, even if they're friendly, fun dogs, if I give a lot of attention, she gets right in between because she doesn't want my attention anywhere else. It appears.
We have to address that too.
Yes.
I'm gonna go get her, okay?
Okay.
And Michael as well.
Okay.
So you wait
All
right there. Okay. As you see, we have an insecure type dog, and Roxy she's also insecure, by the way.
Michael has spent the last 10 days practicing the techniques he learned from Cesar in preparation for today's meeting.
So what we need to pay attention is how the dog feels about being here. That's first thing, you know, step number one, how did the dog feel? Excited, relaxed, nervous, anxious. That's a little excitement right there, which is something we have to take in consideration before she goes in and meet Frankie.
Hey, Cesar. How you doing,
man? So this is the moment that you've been waiting for.
This is the big moment. 10 months in the, 10 months in development.
Oh, man, I feel like Cupid then. The way we're gonna help Frankie is to show a dog that is calm and respectful. This is good for her to turn that way. This is good. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, that means she's trying to avoid going that way. Obviously, she's sensing already the presence of Corey and Frankie, so she already knows the scent. And because she's not moving forward, she's not in control of the situation, she's now coming with the idea of avoidance. All right, so you just watch. Just, you know, watch me how I do it. I'm gonna knock on the door, I don't know.
When we were approaching the door, I was terrified. I only had one experience with Cesar, which was very positive, but all my fears started swelling up and I was nervous because all I assumed was Roxy would attack Frankie.
I had a little trepidation. I trust my dog, but again, my dog is not a dog to back down.
So here, see it? Chest up, head up, and no worry.
Sure.
No concern.
Yeah.
I will control the situation. I hope she just opens the door and not hold the leash back, not hold the collar back. Very nice. Oh, there we go. So here. So we're gonna control that. They can't pass this threshold. There we go. Let her open. That's right. This is much better. See, this shows that both of them are showing respect.
Okay.
Nobody's passing the invisible door.
Okay.
That's smell, which is good, but I don't want her to move any forward than that. Now listen. The touch is just to snap her out of it, right? I'm not saying not to smell, but what I'm saying is don't move forward until I make the move. The only one who's gonna move forward is me. That's better. Now, the more she moves away from the door, the more she feels or she says, come in.
Okay.
So there we go. Now, when she moves away, then is the time when you come in. There you go. I avoid the face-to-face for right now.
Wow.
I don't mind the rear to rear. That's perfect. That's handshake.
Wow. I'm amazed.
So they're done with the greeting and the meeting. They don't know what's next.
Okay. It was incredible.
I thought it was a miracle.
If we keep emphasizing trust, 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 she's going to associate the house with trust. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, there you go. This is good.
Again, Cesar worked his magic. It was unreal. Roxy, by the way, is just walking around the house, which shows comfort.
And Frankie
seems to be okay with it.
Look at this. This is
I mean, they were just now roaming the house.
Come inside your house. Come inside your house. No touch, no talk, no eye contact, okay?
Oh, okay. No eye contact.
But so I'm introducing you to your house the way. She's going to test and do her thing because they're coming to her living room. So this is when you practice not agreeing with it.
Stay. Hey. Back, 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 back.
Good.
Now I sense a little nervousness with.
Go.
Hey, back.
There you go. Beautiful. See, this is the beginning because they're both are getting the same rules, boundaries, and limitations. This is not about Roxy or Frankie. This is about both of them as family. This is what the pack is all about.
Yeah.
I'd like to call Roxy over and pet her because I know my dog has a real problem with stuff like that.
That'd be great.
Okay. Roxy, come. Come here, Roxy. Come here.
Wow. That's kind of loud. Okay, you just gotta tone it down.
Oh, okay.
I was afraid on that one.
We better walk away right now.
Go get your toy. Go get your toy.
Corey asks Cesar to teach them how to use toys with their dogs.
Go get your toy.
Now we get to see her in action. Nice.
Good girl. Did you go give it to Roxy?
Now look at the reaction here
Go give it
because
to Roxy?
the presence of excitement.
Now,
Look, she's curious. Like,
yeah,
see?
she is.
Yeah, nice. Do you have another toy?
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah, I noticed that right away.
See, those are great opportunities.
Yeah. Hey.
Both of them. That was both of them. Actually, she started. Hey.
Try it again.
Keep it clear, right? Keep it simple. You saw how she did it? Yeah. So.
How quick they learn.
That's right.
It was something that Cesar said that really stuck with me, which is we have a pack now. And that's the natural state of order for not only dogs, but for ourselves as a couple. And Cesar allowed the natural pack order to develop. And that was an amazing experience.
And like you said, just giving an air of confidence is giving affection to the dogs. It's just...
So how do you feel?
I feel great. I feel amazing. Yeah.
But look at your shoulder. Look at your heart. I mean, you acting like a guy.
Bam, I'm ready to fly.
It's remarkable what I've seen in Michael.
You empower by learning this. It empowers.
Today, I saw a lot of confidence in Michael. And he sees what we are creating, you know, because we're focusing on the moment. This is a pattern. You repeat the pattern, it just becomes life. Do I have hope? It's no doubt about it. It's just, this is a done deal. It's just a matter of understanding the challenges are good.
We'll keep sharing and bringing the dogs. I mean, this is something I think it'll be fun because now we can start doing outdoor activities. I can come to the house. She can bring Frankie to the house. Us together, we're embarking on a new experience for the first time.
The future looks good. It looks exciting. It looks hopeful. It looks like it's full of possibilities.
There is no better way to show your dog your love than by providing a strong pack leadership.
Thank you so much, Cesar. You really helped us out so much. This is marked improvement, and we're so happy and so thankful to Cesar. So now we're all more calm and still happy dogs, but relaxed, as you can tell. We really appreciate all your help, and to the whole crew of the Dog Whisperer, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Cesar.
I am always pleased when my advice brings such positive results. I am very happy to announce that Michael and Corey are officially engaged.
Thank you so much, Cesar. Your help and advice have been invaluable, and we are excited to continue to follow your program.
I think this speaks as a testament to what we've accomplished. We still have a long way to go. And the real success has been when we walk the dogs and exercise the dogs. But overall, what I've seen personally in just the last month has been an amazing experience. So thanks, Cesar.
Thank you.
And finally, here's a follow-up to one of last year's home wreckers, Tucker the Toy Poodle.
The update is that it's finally all three of us. It isn't just Tucker and I, and then Brett and I.
This guy.
And so now it's all three of us. So in that respect, we're all family now.
I just got off a 10-day stint with Tucker. He and I kind of ruled the neighborhood. He kind of, I don't want to say obeys, but he listens, which was a little difficult in the past. But I think we've both gotten better at it, Tucker and I.
And now Tucker will sit and watch Brett pull out the drawers without growling and getting upset. So that is a plus for us. When we walk him, he's getting his full 45 minutes to an hour a day, so the exercise is good, and the discipline during our walk is, at each corner we'll make Tucker sit, and then we'll walk ahead with the leash and then tell him when he can come on our say. So, do I think Tucker is cured? No. Is he better? Absolutely.
I really believe that it's a therapeutic way to now kind of deal with Tucker, and I'm actually so much happier. So it's just a work in progress.
Just like a great love story, if you remember to fulfill your dog with exercise, discipline, and affection, you can live happily ever after.
This is Ringo. We just adopted him from the Lancaster parking lot. I was with friends at a county fair, just goofing off on Labor Day, getting ready to go home, and just walking through this parking lot, and a kid said, "Hey, mister, you want a puppy?" And I looked down, and there she was. She was 6 weeks old, and apparently she was just abandoned at the fair.
Ringo. Hi, Ringo. He already knows his name.
Ringo definitely was his first, and I married into the family.
I have known Ringo longer than I've known Healy. You know, there's a bond we have together that I don't share with anybody else.
I remember first meeting Ringo and her always having crazy tendencies. She's always been a little bit of a nut.
I thought that her puppiness would go away, and it never really did.
When Ringo is outside, pretty much from the moment that she walks out the door, she finds an object, whatever it is, the pine cone, the stick, the ball, and she will pick it up, drop it at your feet, and that's the beginning. What are you gonna do, Ringo? Oh, she found it.
She drops it in front of you, and she just focuses on it until you move in to try to get it.
She never stops. Never stops. It's constant.
Leave it. In human terms, I'd say Ringo's obsessive compulsive.
For 10 long years, Ringo's obsessive behavior has kept a bond from being formed between her and her family.
She has no interest in being petted or played with or cuddling. Okay, the baby. Maybe the baby will throw it for me. See, now this never works out well. Throw it back, throw it. It's definitely frustrating to spend all day with it. I want to show what happens when you don't throw it, how she just continues to obsess on it. Chairs are being carried by. Babies are crawling around.
Babies are crawling.
No interest. And until she goes in the house, even if it's 7 hours later, she continues to obsess on that object. I think it's really sad that we feel like we have to ignore her in order to go through our day, because the only way to really keep it from becoming an issue is to ignore the behavior.
The Dog Whisperer crew is used to ignoring unusual behavior. But for David and Healy, it's time for a new approach.
And then you find yourself ignoring your dog for days on end, and that's not great, you know, and it's probably not the best life for her. Because she wants to be a part of the family, and this is how she communicates, and we don't know how to speak her language, and yeah, I think that's why we're all here.
Hi.
Hello. All right, so how can I help you guys?
We've got a dog who is a bit obsessive.
Obsessive compulsive.
Sure. In human terms.
Okay.
Now, I mean, around the house, indoors, she seems fine.
Yeah, she has a very different indoor personality than her outdoor personality.
So your goal will be what? What's the goal outside? How does that look like?
It would be nice to be able to, yes, we can play fetch for a little while, but then the game stops, right. And that the game actually stops at that point. If we have people over, a lot of the time we need to put her away somewhere. I mean, it's hard to have a dinner party and have a dog who's pouncing on your feet the whole time you're trying to eat.
As I'm hearing their story and I see where they're trapped, and so my goal is to help them unlock themselves so they can see reality. Nice.
So here's Ringo.
Yeah. Can she ever be in front of a pine cone and not look at the pine cone like that?
No.
No.
So that,
only if it's because there are other pine cones around, but there will always be one focus.
So her mind will always be on.
Mm-hmm.
So how would you address that?
Well, I mean, there's two ways. One is to just ignore it and just try to put it out of your mind and hope that, you know, or to play ball with her, to participate.
Is ignoring the dog the best strategy? In some cases, you know, but in this case, you must address it. She's moving in physically, so I want to explain to you why I am doing the physical part of it.
Okay.
So she's moving in physically. If you use sound, she won't listen. So, because she's using a physical way of communicating, the human have to come out with same technique back.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And my goal is to slowly get her into a more relaxed state. So the whole point of the physical part of it is just to snap the brain out of it, right? Or to help her just come out like that, just walk away. Her moving away, that's good. This is, to me, the touch has done something to the brain.
Right.
Right? You startle the brain. Now you can give energy. Right? And that could be the sound energy or your presence energy. So earlier, for me to use sound on a dog that is at a level 10 of fixation means nothing to them.
Right.
Seems to be working already.
The fact that she's not fixated on it right now is amazing.
Right.
I've never seen her actually stop.
So here is all presence. There you go. Right. So notice that this time the touch was less intense, right? Because what we did is we lowered the level 10 to a level 3.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no need for me to be as quick and as intense as I went in the first time. So now the brain is, okay, so what they want me to do is give the cone away. This is when your element of surprise is really good. This is when your timing is absolutely precise. And this is a good thing is nobody ever tried this before. So the dog wasn't numb. This was a great opportunity for the strategy of claiming and touching at the same time and letting the dog go through the process or the transition of understanding what just happened. Now, see, I can use sound now, right? What I'm saying now, look, do not pay attention to the cone, pay attention to me. So now she can practice being relaxed in front of the cone.
Mm-hmm.
Walk away from the cone if the human wants it. See, now the cone means, well,
that is incredible. He was able to, within seconds, just look at her and and then she stopped.
To me, it's incredible how quick they get it.
You make it look so easy, but it's not easy.
Before I even went into a physical touch, it was a mental belief, you know, and I became, in a way, fixated, right? That this is going to happen, projecting what you want, the intention behind of a belief. So this 10 years that they have in their mind didn't really exist today. What exists today is the possibilities that we create. Then you keep bringing this pine cone.
It's just amazing.
Right? To where the dog is next to the pine cone. And now the pine cone is companionship. You can make an animal believe the pine cone means relaxation, or you can make that believe that the pine cone is a toy, or you can make believe that the pine cone is to release frustration. It's really up to you.
Yeah.
Well, you can see it right here, right? So it's not like we're making this up.
Right.
She got to see what I mean about the now, what I mean about transformation is right there in front of your eyes, so it's not editing. You experience this. Let's walk away from it. That's what would you want, right?
Oh, she wants to be part.
She's always part, it's just, now she's off.
Yeah.
So you gave it to me an on, now I'm giving it to you off.
Right.
Yeah, this is a perfect time to touch. You see the state of mind that you're touching?
Mm-hmm. There's a breakthrough to watch Ringo just relax and to understand that the key to all this is peace.
It would be amazing if we could do that and have it work.
Yeah, you just have to find that part, the sound of movement that makes you assertive. 100%. Not 80% assertive and 20% frustrated.
Right.
Yeah, because then they know you're not grounded.
Right.
And then you start living that way. Especially when you live in a place like this. Oh my God, look at this. You have millions
look at
of
all the pine cones.
For Healy today it's all about believing it. I saw it, my dog did it. I mean, I'm not doing it, but my dog did it with Cesar.
What am I trying to do? Am I going to try and take it away from her? What's my goal?
Well, let's do this. Look, so you drop it. And you prevent it.
Okay.
And do that prevent it. See, that was...
Okay.
See, I set it up so I can, in a way, control the situation, so it was on my time.
Okay.
So here, I'm gonna set it up again. That's it. So I set it up the first time. This is the second time.
And now she's just moved on. She's fine with it.
Because that was the message that she got, like, stay away from the pine cones.
Right. But she knows that you drop the pine cone and that you're in charge right now. But if I drop it, I don't know that I'll get the same kind of reaction.
So the past told you that you can do it, and now you're saying future, you might not be able to do it. We got to focus on now. But if you feel you're not going to be able to do it, you're just defeating yourself without even trying it.
Sure. Ringo.
Nice. Good girl.
I don't know that I've ever really had a lot of faith that Ringo was capable of much more than we've seen. And so to actually get an interaction from her where she's working with us gives me new hope. Hi.
Now grab the pine cone.
Hi. I'm gonna hold on to this.
There you go. Put it right down your lap.
This is mine. No.
And put it away. There you go. Don't take it away. Look, let me show you.
Don't take it away.
No. Ringo. Come here. Good girl. Yeah, she's a good girl. Wow. Shit. See, every time she moves towards it, you do this.
Right.
Right? And you say, what you're saying is trust, but when she looks at it, don't trust it. Right? So here. Something to keep in mind, dogs do not rationalize. So we have to be consistent with the message. You're looking for the association.
Right.
How can I help my dog to associate the pinecone represents relaxation?
Right.
So we use the pinecone right now like a brush, right? Like a massage object. Be next to it.
That is so amazing.
Now put it in front, or throw it right in front of her. Not yet. Now.
Good girl.
Nice.
You did it. Wow.
Now, get up and walk.
Okay.
Just get up and walk. And watch if she try to go. There you go, beautiful. Even
Good
better.
girl, Ringo. You did such a good job.
What we're gonna gain is her as a member of our family going forward, a real participant in a way that works, gels with us, and that Healy will both be more calm because the dog's more calm.
So you come in and throw it. You're not teasing. You're just showing her, I believe in you. I believe in me. Therefore, I believe in you.
I do believe in you. You're doing such a good job.
So you were able to do it. Welcome to the now.
Thank you.
This is the now, by the way.
Thank you for bringing me here.
We first noticed Abby had her quirks 2, 3, 4 years ago. I'm just gonna get something. And it would be like for little things, just odd things. We love Abby. I adore Abby, but she has a lot of work. We heard about Cesar, we started watching the show, and we said, well, there's nothing like this. Abby will start whimpering. She will then turn that into a high-pitched bark, run around this kitchen table, and then zip upstairs.
She'll take off howling like a beagle bugling in pursuit of a fox or something. I'll bet she's out looking for one of the cats. They don't even have to be in sight.
When Abby gets worked up, no one is safe.
You don't know what's gotten hold of her. It's like she's possessed.
She's a fun dog, and we like having her in the house, but it wears us down after a while. She'll bite the vacuum when she's in the room with the vacuum. If we need to vacuum the house, somebody will need to either take Abby for a walk, or if they can't do that, they'll just take her into one of the bedrooms and try to calm her down. When our friends found out we were doing the show, they're making a joke of it because they say that Cesar will meet his match and that he'll take 5 seconds with Abby and say, sorry, she can't be helped.
For a long time now, we've been saying that we can't do anything with this, that only the dog whisperer can do anything with this behavior.
You don't always know exactly what's going to trigger it. Sometimes something you would think, you know, she'd react to, she doesn't do it at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I was washing the glass and I was squeaking, she could care less. She was right there. But if Bill and I would like to share a glass of wine and Bill aerates the wine, she goes crazy.
When that twizzling sound goes down, then she has the extreme barking fit.
So she's very specific.
Yeah.
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 Obviously, she likes food. She's overweight.
Yeah.
Have you tried food?
I don't think that I should have to do that every time I go to a drawer or pour wine, so I didn't know that that would really be the answer. Although if she is hungry and we have a bowl of food...
If she's eating her regular meal,
yeah,
I can pour the wine where she has some of her more extreme reaction. And it's like, I'm not doing it. She's completely focused off of it.
Let me ask you one thing. How frustrated are you?
Very. Very
like from 0 to 10?
10.
I was at 10, and then I threw in the towel.
So you're saying you're passively frustrated?
Yes.
She's more actively frustrated.
Yeah.
Let's lower the level of stress then, because the wine is not working.
No, no.
My first observation when I saw Abby is her pupils were dilated, and that is a sign of a dog that is really already worked up. High level of anxiety. And I can see how can she drive people crazy, but the point is, are we driving her crazy as well? This is just the distraction part of it.
To a dog, the scent of hamburger in Cesar's hand is far more intriguing than a bouquet of even the finest bottle of wine.
And I'm not giving anything. The only thing I'm just keeping her interested in the scent. So I'm not giving anything. So the exercise is not dependent on what she takes, it's what she smells. Mm-hmm. This is what you are talking to the nose. Talking to the nose instead of the ears. The reaction comes from sound. It doesn't come from the scent. So when a dog uses so much the ear, they become very nervous, very excited. Then the human brings more sound. Stop it! No! Hey! Oh my God! See, it excites. See it? So I'm gonna do it this time. She's always getting what she wants. So she's never been told, not right now. Even space, even waiting, for the most part, they interpret that as she's looking for affection. That's one interpretation to me is I need somebody to tell me what the rules, boundaries, and limitations are. See, I'm blocking. Because what happens is when they start moving back and forth, that creates anxiety. Okay, so this is the equivalent of a leash. And then I come, bring. Here, I used to do this. Hold on, I got it. I'm just, doing it by myself. Can you pour it? Yeah. So here we exchange it. So eventually the sound triggers this. She's gonna be looking for the scent. Eventually just the scent on the table will do it. The use of the food allows us to take the mind to a quiet state. So now once you stay in a quiet state, instead of giving food, you give the affection part of it. Because that's something that you always have available, your hand, right? But you have to take the mind into a certain state in order for you to start giving affection. Because if the mind is anxious and you give affection, you're nurturing that.
And the good thing about that, too, is if we have that food, then she won't be prone to go run up after the cats because she'll want to be with us because we have something there that she might
The reason why she's running is because nobody's helping her to really understand not to get anxious. So in order for her to release that anxiety, she has to release it somewhere. And the cat has become, it's almost like a cigarette.
Huh.
It's like her fix. Let me give it to you. See what I mean? And the cat is always there. All right, let's do it again. So you pour it in.
Okay.
Go ahead. Sit. Sit. So now I'm correcting. But I'm correcting, now I can use the touch, you know what I mean, on the because now the brain is not as excited. So if the brain is from 5 to 10, they can't hear you. So if the brain is from 0 to 5, then you can use sound.
Yeah, we were shushing her 5 to 10.
Yeah, they can't hear you, they can't hear you. So that's why I used the scent first, because she was just way too far gone. Abby can only do what the humans have taught her. The only way they deal with the situation is either put her away or somebody takes her for a walk. This way, Abby was moving constantly. She doesn't know how to stay there and deal with the problem. We're gonna stop the pacing. The reason why I never gave Abby a piece of food right away is because she needs to learn to work for food. She doesn't work for food. She just gets food anytime she wants. She eats whenever she wants to. I want to actually honor what a dog is all about. You know, dogs work for food and water. In this case, Abby doesn't work for anything. So we have 3 obstacles, that, this. Now we're going to the vacuum. This is good.
I had her buy a new vacuum and a lower sound so that she wouldn't go crazy. She's better with this one, but she's still...
So what we stop in here is the movement first. Then we go into the brain, okay? Besides the pupils, I also saw a tired dog. It was just that sooner or later, she needed to give up. I took that as a plus for me. You know, it's just, it can get annoying because the squeaky sound that she does, you know, and so if you let her get to you, you're not gonna be able to help the dog. She doesn't know how to wait.
Yeah.
That's why I'm putting her in a lay-down position. She have to actually go through it for me to help her. So laying down. Hey. So I'm gonna vacuum, okay?
Okay.
Down. Stay. And that's my patience, my consistency, the human who loves her. gonna sleep really good tonight.
Yeah, so will we.
The most important thing I learned today, I believe, is to manage that anxiety level of Abby. Otherwise, you can't do anything.
No. She's halfway there. When we were doing the exercise with the vacuum, I pinpointed a few times to Miss Jan how she was delivering the information and why Abby wasn't moving. Right. It only makes it easier to work as a team. The support system is very important when you're learning to be in a different way. The dog knows if you change or not, but many times the person doesn't know if he did.
My carpet's never been so clean.
So this is more like the typical dog in the house. You know, you can vacuum and they just move away.
Yeah.
So that's just an option, but you saw we work towards that.
I gave her affection even after she did a bad dog behavior, and I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to pet her for anything that she doesn't deserve a petting for.
I think I'll just keep a small piece of hamburger handy, so if she gets out of control, I'll give her a little whiff.
The vacuum cleaner was surprising to me. I thought that there was no way that she would have been able to sit still. So my friends may be wrong.
Well, why don't we set up a time to meet and sit down and go over the details of your wedding? I had a store in Solvang, and I wanted to have a shop dog. I wanted a dog that would be friendly and good with children and good with anyone that came in the store. I wanted to have a dog that came with me to work every day. Bye. When I first brought Jaeger home, he was great. He was 8 weeks old, he was tiny, he was itty-bitty. He loves his treadmill. And in fact, if he's bored and needs exercise, he'll go get on his treadmill and look at me. He loves it. Jaeger's the perfect dog for me. He fits my lifestyle to a T. He loves going with me anywhere from the beach up to the mountains for walks and hikes. And he's just been the greatest dog.
In 2010, Ronnie gave up her store in Solvang to become a full-time wedding planner. That means dealing with a lot of anxious brides and a surprisingly anxious traveling companion.
Jaeger and I get in the car, and he's usually fine until we turn off of anywhere that was our original route to my old workplace. It's immediate. He starts barking and jumping all over, climbing all over, spinning in circles. He's a big dog, so he smacks me in the head with his tail, and he'll knock the rear view mirror and sideways, and I can't see, and it makes it really dangerous for driving because I can't concentrate. I am holding him by the collar or pushing him away because he's bumping against me and slamming into the window. My Jeep is a stick shift, so when I'm driving, he'll stomp all over the stick shift and he'll pop it out of gear sometimes. And he's deafeningly loud, ear-piercingly loud in the car. I've probably lost a couple of decibels in this ear. Jaeger's absolutely anticipating where we're going. It's always somewhere fun, the beach or the park or the river or the mountains. This is our route home, so he'll calm down now. I plan weddings for a living, and so I get to go to all kinds of amazing locations. I would love to be able to take Jaeger everywhere with me. Good boy, on the way home. But getting there and actually pulling up in the car makes that impossible. I worry about getting in an accident with Jaeger. Let's go. I hope Cesar can make it a pleasure to take Jaeger with me anywhere and everywhere in the car. He's my dream dog in every way. He's the best dog. Yeah. I've tried trainers, and one got him to successfully lie down in the back seat. He pulled his legs out and laid him down and yelling at him and holding his head down got him to stay.
So he never snapped out of it?
Mm-mm. Oh, no. No, and then the other trainer rode around in the Jeep with us, and I think she lasted about 20 minutes, and she told me to call you.
Oh, very nice.
So.
Thank you.
You know, it's so funny because I've watched your show for years, and I try to have I really try to have a presence with him, and I can't do that in the car because he's taller than me and bigger than me sitting next to me. So it's difficult for me. I just have this feeling that it's going to be, you know, something that you'll be able to address with, obviously, with me and him pretty easily.
Yeah, it's a different wedding.
Yeah. I'm doing something wrong, so.
We don't want the divorce, we want the marriage. All right.
Yes.
To help calm Jaeger down, Cesar brings along his trusty and balanced sidekick, Junior. Cesar wants to unravel the mystery of Jaeger's anxiety. His first step is to assess his level of excitement.
He was excited from the moment I put the leash, from the moment I opened the door. I needed to make sure that he snapped out of it at least some level. My goal is always to find out what slows the dog down. I touch him on the side of the rib. I just press. Not touch him like I normally do because it's really difficult. He has a really hard muscle right along the ribs. Hey. I saw how he behaves in the seat and all these little things that he does. When he whines, when he opens his eyes really wide, and when he starts looking through the window and all of that. No. It's really bad. I mean, I didn't get the barks and the whining and all of that she normally gets, but I was not enjoying the scenery. There's ostrich there. A lot of them. We're in Solvang, California.
Things soon go from bad to worse. Cesar notices Jaeger's excitement escalates as they approach a park next to a small body of water.
Hey. Okay, so we're gonna close that for you. And that's when I got to see anxiety. This is a dog that was triggered by the smell of a lake and, you know, the scenery. He was excited, then he can get there, so he gets anxious. He trapped that energy, and the only way he can get rid of it is by whining. What has happened to him in the past is he gets to the park, and she right away opened the door and let him go. And so she's pretty much rewarding his anxiety. No. No. At one point, I was super quiet in the car because his energy was affecting me. He was winning. He was taking over my patience, you know, and that's what he does. That's all he knows. I am gonna go back and forth here. Okay. I'm not thinking, I'm just being with him and see what works with him.
And I have to go back and forth, and my goal was just to tire him up. It's just like when I pass by other objects and other things that make dogs excited or aggressive. Just did. Junior, come on. You can take this space away from him. Go. Go. Good boy, right there. Right there. This is how a dog should feel when you're riding with him. Calm. That's better. I like head down, smack on the ground, instead of going to the anxiety part of it. In a way, I have to tire him up with his own anxiety. I just don't know his limit. So that's what we gotta get. We gotta get to that point of the limits of his anxiety. Hey. Just that little curve, like that turn, just trigger. So once I got to know him a little bit more and I started controlling his anxiety a little bit better, that's when I challenged him to go into this neighborhood and just take any road possible. No. Every time I change directions, he gets anxious about which direction he was gonna go, and it's like really not up to him. He's not even driving. This is nice, where he's doing right there is nice. I like that. That's a nice level 1 too. Relax. He's enjoying it now. He's totally enjoying it. That's good. Dogs like Jaeger are gonna practice anxiety, they're gonna drive people crazy, and they're gonna get exhausted. But the way I asked him to go to exhaustion is by being quiet, because he didn't know how to be calm. Nice. So he was using his energy that he normally uses to be anxious, to be quiet, to be calm. Nice. I know how good it feels for him. You know, I know that he never had a ride in the car where he just enjoys it. Good boy. That's a good boy. We can go back home.
With Jaeger and Junior relaxing in the back seat, Cesar returns home to pick up Ronnie.
The river thing really he was...
That's one of his hot spots.
Yeah. I didn't get to experience him at a high level because I didn't let him escalate.
Okay.
You know, it's in the dog world's disrespect to be in somebody's space without being invited. And it adds even more when the dog is excited in your personal space. So recognizing that and letting him know that I know that gives me access to really tell him what I want. You follow me? Because, yeah, recognizing, hey, look at the head. You can look at him. Look. Hey, see it? Every time he does that,
yeah,
the brain comes down.
Okay.
Every time he does that, the brain goes up.
Okay.
And if you don't address him, and his point of view is you allow it at a low level.
Okay.
Instead of us experiencing him at a level 10, we are experiencing him at a level 3. That's why we can get to him with sound.
Okay.
Before, if he's you can talk as much as you want. You can scream at him.
That's why I could never reach him.
No, you
when
can't.
I was trying when he was at a 10.
Yeah, you can't reach anybody at a level 10. Think about it.
That's very true.
You know?
Okay.
I mean, I was trying to correct his behavior when he was at a level that was that wasn't doing any good. In fact, it was making it worse.
This is normal, but we gotta get to the point when he doesn't do it anymore.
It's not ideal, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Now you can see Junior, right? That's what you want. That's the end product.
I didn't even know you had another dog.
Right?
He was at about a 2 or a 3 for almost the whole time we were in there. That was when it clicked when Cesar said, this is still not okay, because his goal is not to be anywhere on the anxiety scale.
If you go to the lake and he stays right there, and let's say you will spend 2 hours or 1 hour or 30 minutes at the lake, by him not going out, he's wasting more energy than him running in the lake. And you have to learn to enjoy that, because he's venting. We have to do activities where the dog just have to wait. That becomes an exercise. You know, now you are involving the mind just to wait. This is pretty much like a drive-through, you know what I mean? And you brought your dog with it. And he doesn't have to get out of the car to watch the movie. This is the movie right here. The lake is a movie. He went somewhere, he doesn't have to get out.
Should I
keep
him on a leash? It is.
Yeah.
It is.
That's beautiful. That's when you give affection.
Now I have a much clearer understanding of what to address in order to get into that space. And having him sit and whatever time it takes for him to get down to where the anxiety goes away and he drops off that scale, that really registered with me as well.
You're like a good sidekick.
What do you, a sidekick or a sidekick?
No, not a sidekick. Yeah, that's my accent. You know, like your type of business. When people scream and they're venting, they just, oh my God, why my dress is like that? Right? And you just stay calm because you know you've done it before. When Ronnie does the wedding, she doesn't take it personal. That's not her wedding. That's pretty much what I told her. Just bring the same knowledge, the same philosophy into this relationship here. This is not the first bride that's being screaming.
He really is like a bride because it's all about the anticipation and the anxiety and it's exactly like a bride. Oh my God.
My mind frame with brides is at a different level, and so applying it to Jaeger just makes perfect sense. So I've got homework to do because I need to take him places and let him see that the reward is the view and the experience of going with me and being there and not about getting out and doing his thing.
You have to wait for you. Then you have a sidekick. Did I say it right this time?
You did. That's what I want. I want him as my sidekick.
It looks like sunshine. I mean, that he's going to be the best sidekick. And that's exactly what I want. And it's amazing, the prospect of having that.
That's right. Correcting obsessive behavior begins with knowing your dog and stopping him at a level 1 before he escalates to level 4. Or even worse, level 10. Ringo, who fixated on pinecones, is making tremendous progress now that David and Healy Young have the knowledge and tools to control her obsession.
Good girl. We definitely feel like Ringo has become a lot more manageable. And I think that we actually are able to calm her down and have a happier dog as a result.
Thanks, Cesar.
Definitely. Thank you, Cesar. We appreciate it.
Abby's rehabilitation is a work in progress. Bill and Jan have managed to curb many of her wild impulses, but they still have a ways to go.
Cesar, for what you've done, we're very grateful because the things that used to drive us crazy, there's still some that do, but some of the key ones, we are now able to keep her a little bit more quiet, and for that we are appreciative, so thank you.
Jaeger is calming down and his travels with Ronnie Hoover. The road trips are no longer filled with excitement and high anxiety.
Hi, Cesar. This is Ronnie and Jaeger. Thank you so much for coming and helping us with our issues. He's doing much better, and I will keep working with him and hopefully make even more progress. Thanks again. You made life so much better.
An obsession in dogs is like an addiction in humans. Once it's eliminated, your dog is free to live a rich and fulfilling life.
I am the Dog Whisperer.